welcome back. I hope you're all okay. Bit of a longer video today because I'm doing my own nails. I have been dying to do my own nails. I've said in the last one that I did press-ons just because I had to go somewhere. We had a little family gathering thing, so I just quickly made some press-ons. But now I've actually found the time and the products, thanks to Born Pretty, to be able to do my own nails. So this is a PR package, but I did get to choose the colours. So we have, let me find them. I know, is it CG 51, 57 and 42? Let me have a look. So I asked for 42, 47, 51, but the 47, they are slowly getting round to changing the bottles. So these little bottles that you can see, one of them was like CG 047. But when it came, it was the giant HEMA-free version, the 15ml version, and it says HEMA-free Colour Gel 09. So I think they're slowly getting round to changing all of their bottles, to the bigger version. They've also sent the super crystal clear extension gel. I'm going to quickly whiz through the preparation because I've done it a few times now in more detail, so I'm just going to speed through it. You know the basics. If you don't, have got videos on my channel showing you different bits, different tools that I use, but we'll go over it quickly. So I use a cuticle pusher, push back the cuticle is the dead skin that's on the nail plate. A lot of people think it's the ℍ𝕊𝔼𝕻 it's called, but it's the nail fold basically. A lot of people think it's that where the plate grows from your finger, but the cuticle is the dead stuff, and you want to push that and scrape that off. And then when it comes to trimming, a lot of people say I'm going to cut my cuticles. I say it's just easier, but you're actually just cutting away the dead skin on the nail fold that you've pushed up and lifted from the nail plate. I'll put a picture in actually, hang on. This is the best picture I can find. So your cuticle is the dead skin that sticks to, it's the sticky stuff. It sticks to your nail plate. We are pushing all of that and lifting up around the ℍ𝕊𝔼𝕻, the nail fold, and then you want to remove the dead skin with the little cutters. So I push back, I sand the whole nail plate, file the whole nail plate with a sanding band. I only use a 180 grit file. You don't want anything coarser than that, and I only do it on like 3000 RPM just to be on the safe side. I use a flame drill bit. My new one is actually from Katie Barnes as well, and I just use that to go around the side walls and around the cuticle area again, just lifting everything up, making sure that the side walls and the cuticle area are completely free of debris, and then we can go and trim it all, remove all the dust, and then I'm going to size up. I was and ahhing about what shape to do, because I always go for medium almond, like always. And I think it was like June, July time when I did my nails last, and then I did an infill, did I? I can't remember. But then when I removed them after like 2-3 months, they were so long and they were like the perfect length for me. So I just removed the nails, put builder gel over the top of them, and they've been like the shortest square little nails for weeks now, and I've absolutely loved it. So when it came to choosing what shape I wanted, I really struggled. So of course I just went for the safe option, medium almond. I'm using MODELONES dehydrator and primer. So I'll do double dehydrate, and then an acid primer, non-acid primer, sorry. I leave that for 20 seconds, and then I'll put a really thin layer of base coat on. I'm using Born Pretty's base coat as well. Give that a cure for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to try this super crystal clear extension gel. And don't forget, you can save 10% using my code TLNR10. I'm going to put it in the screen somewhere, and it'll be in the description box as well. The link will be in the description box, and that link is an affiliate link. So you can just go to their website, use my code and save 10%. But if you click the link, it lets them know that you've come from me, and I actually earn a percentage from your sale, essentially. So I think it's 10%. So if you spend £10, I'll earn £1, or $10 and I'll earn $1. But it's no extra cost to you. You are literally just going to their website, paying what you normally pay. It's just because you've come from me. It's like a thank you to me for sharing their products, and they get to continue to keep sharing their products with me and collaborating with me to show you some of their new stuff. So I've put the crystal clear extension gel on very cute, like the cuticle area of the press on. I did buff the inside of the press on first to give it better adhesion, remove the dust, of course. When I put it on, I'm going to leave the cuticle area free so that I can go back and like build that in with a bit of building gel or rubber base gel. The gel itself, the crystal clear extension gel, it's amazing. I love it. Like, so I put the nail on and it didn't move. And I had some before. The stuff previously was solid nail tips gel, so it is literally just for applying like gel-X style nails. This, I'm presuming, I shouldn't presume, it's for a little bit of everything. So we can apply charms, we can apply the tips, we can do 3D stuff. I've yet to try it, so don't like count on me for that, but the consistency that it is reminds me of the old stuff, the other stuff, it's not old. Yeah, and I love it, absolutely love it. So it, you know how you have a little bit of spillage if you put a little bit too much on, and you have a little bit of spillage around the side walls, and then you have to clean it up before you cure it, and it's super sticky and it gets all messy. This stuff just like rolls away. I just used the cuticle pusher and it just rolled away, because obviously we don't want the gel touching our skin. You want it on your skin as little as possible, if not at all. We don't want allergies, do we? Ignore Sunday's video because I didn't wear gloves, because I can't wear gloves when I'm using the 3D stuff. I just can't. It just sticks to my gloves. My hands were freezing. The product was freezing. It doesn't matter whether it's warm. I'm showing you that my index fingers are bent. Don't know why. Both of them are. I always thought, oh, it's my left hand that's just bent because I've broke that hand like twice, the fingers twice. So I just thought it was because of that, but my right hand is exactly the same. And that's okay, because sometimes it just grows that way. We're just born like that, and it's nice to be different, isn't it? It would be so boring if we were all the same. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? No diversity, no uniqueness. How dull. Anyway, I have put the sanding band the opposite way. I'm not going to get a new one out when I've only used like one edge to etch the inside of the tips. So I'm going to use the opposite end to go around all the cuticles, all the side walls, and just buff and etch the entire surface of that press on. It also helps to remove any of that extra gel that's like splooged out a little bit. But I do go in then with, I need to remember the names of all the different drill bits. So I made an order at Katie Barnes. The first one I used, I think, is called the push and lift, the cuticle push and lift or something. And then I'm going to swap it for Right, I've gone on a website. The first one I used was called the Cuticle Lift E-File Bit in Fine Grit. So that is £10, reduced from £12.99 at the minute. And then the second one, this one, is the Katie Barnes The Tiny Cuticle Lift E-File Bit in medium grit. Again, £10 instead of £12.99. I did the... she did like a bundle. So I paid £50, I think, or £60, and I got 4 or 5 e-file bits. They're all cuticle ones, and the cuticle nippers, the scissors, the curved cuticle scissors that I bloody love. I had another pair of them, and then it was the... Right, I've gone to the actual thing that I ordered. So at the minute it is £91.99 instead of £111, and it comes with the cuticle pusher e-file bit, fine, cuticle lift bit, fine, the Erin cuticle push and lift e-file bit in medium, the tiny cuticle lift e-file bit in medium, the curved cuticle scissors, and then a curette. So once I have removed all the dust and all the splooges and refined the cuticle area and thinned down the press-on tip around my cuticle, I'm going to use the rubber base gel in number 15. So the SKU code is 56595 and it's number 15, and it is my favourite. I use it every single time. I have got 2 bottles that are practically empty and then one that is half full, and I'm going to go and order some more along with... You remember the Born Pretty haul that I did? And I had 3 or 4 base gels and top gels. I'm all out of base gel. It's all gone. So I'm going to go and order some more, along with the rubber base gel and the Milky Jelly Gel 05, my favourite nude. It's kind of semi-sheer, a little bit milky, but it is gorgeous. And I just my opinion, but I think it goes with every single skin tone. It is a gorgeous colour. So what I've done is taken the smallest little bit from the bottle on the brush, rubbed it all in all over the nail, and then dipped back into the bottle, grabbed a huge blob out, put it near the cuticle area, basically where the apex is, where you want the strength, and then you kind of bounce, push towards the cuticle, and then swoop, swoop, swoop all the way down. Flip your hand over so that gravity works for you. Flip it back, have a look how it's looking from all angles. Make sure you've got the apex, make sure it's not flooding the sidewalls or the cuticles, and it's not all run down towards the free edge. Use a fine detailing brush to just make it neater around the free edge and the cuticle area and the sidewalls, and make sure that the shape is refined. You can still file it and buff it after it's cured, so don't worry too much. And then I'm going to use one of the most gorgeous glitters I've ever seen. It's the Silky White series. So the SKU code is 55845 and it's number 105. Silky White series is 105 and it is gorgeous. So on the index and the ring finger, it's just going to go near the cuticle, and then I'm going to like feather it, ombre it down. It's not going to be hidden, but I don't think the ombre fade came off how it did in my head, but I love it. Still love it. I love Born Pretty's products. Absolutely love them. The price is astonishing as well, isn't it? Absolutely bonkers. So let me have a look at the CG105, the glitter one that we're using now. Before we go on to the thumbnail, what was the SKU code? 55845. So for the thumbnail, I'm using the HEMA-free gel colour 09, and we are just doing the top third, so the cuticle kind of the third way down. Then we're going to use that middle colour, clean up any mess, because I am very messy. The third colour is number 51 from the Silky White series. So that is going practically in the middle. You want to push up to the lighter colour that we've used. And make sure that you leave in like a third left behind. And then we're going to use that gorgeous number 42 So these are all £3.89. £3.89. And then you can save another 10% on that if you click that link or use my code or both. Just crazy how affordable Born Pretty's products really are. So I've used an ombre brush, and I'm going to ombre the two lighter colours first, and then the lighter colour to the middle colour, and then the middle colour to the darker colour, and then I want to work my way back up. So from dark to light, and then back down again, light to dark. And that just ensures that all those colours are nice and blended together. It's only the first coat, and the first coat always looks a bit pants anyway. So once the second coat goes on, and I'll quickly show you, we'll whiz through that because it's a very long video, isn't it? So whenever I do my own nails, I always do the thumbnail first, like to completion. Base coat, design, top coat, then I'll do the other nails. I don't know why. If it's a client, it kind of happens as well. So I'll always do the thumbs, like curing the thumbs on their own. So it just makes sure, because obviously when you're putting your hand in the lamp, your thumb's at its side. So if you're doing the thumb first, you can put your thumb in straight flat, and it just helps the curing process a little bit. So then I'm going to use once all the ombre is cured, I've only done two coats of ombre. We're going to use the 105, that glitter gel polish, all over that nail, give it a cure, and then I've grabbed their Pro Painting Gel, PN02, the white one, dotting tool, do 3 dots, like a zigzag. And they're going to be like the stars, and then 3 dots as a cluster, again in a zigzag. And they're just going to stay as they are. So I'm going to use my most favourite, I say it all the time, my brush. Absolutely love it. Had it about 2 years. Someone asked what brushes I use, and this one I will always reach for. Pack of 3 from SHEIN. And I think the other 2 got binned after a little while because they're just pants, but this one, gave it a hairbrush, I look after it really well, and I just reach for it every single time. So for the middle nail, because that thumbnail is completely done, just needs a top coat. For the middle nail, I did put the paint on the palette ready because I was just going to freehand it, but the brush from the bottle just works just as well, and it's quicker. So we're just pushing kind of 2/3 up the nail, all in that light lilac, and then halfway down that 2/3 section that we've done in the middle toned lilac, and then the last little bit will be the dark. Give it all a cure, and then we're going over with that sparkly 105, going in with the Pro Painting Gel again. We're going to outline the lumpy bits, but you want to, when you're doing the outline on the 1/2, like that lump, you can see that I'm following it down through the colour. And you want to do the same on both sides because we're going to turn them into pumpkins. And then all you've got to do, once you've done that like lumpy X, you've just got to fill another line where those 2 lines meet, and then swipe down and swipe to the other side, and you've practically got a stack of ombre'd pumpkins. Absolutely love it. Now, I only put a stalk on the top one, cured it, and then after I did the whole set, I was like, I haven't put a stalk on all of them, just the top one. So if I'm going to do it again, I'm going to put a stalk on all of them. I think it looks a bit silly. I don't think you can tell that it's pumpkins without a stalk on all of them. So definitely, if I do this again, they're going to have a stalk. For the index and the ring, we're going to use the mid-toned purple, which was number 51. We're going to do a French with that on both of those nails. I hate doing Frenches on my own nails. For some reason, it just doesn't come out as good as if it was on a press-on. So I like to do like the T first. So how deep I want the French, just a little line horizontally. Then I'll mark the middle from the tip to where I've put the horizontal line with a vertical line, so it looks like the letter T. And then I will draw from the free edge line, vertical line that I've done. Then I'll do a diagonal, so a T and then a V. And then you've just got to swoop do the curves, fill it all in. On the pinky, we're just going to stick with the dark purple, which is, always forget, number 42. That's going to have 2 coats and then a coat of the glitter, 105. We're going to do the zigzag stars and the zigzag clusters on this one too, so it kind of, it's in keeping with the thumb. I was going to do an ombre like the thumb, but I just got a bit bored. When I finished recording and I just sat down to edit, it was 2 hours long, and I've tried to cut it down as much as I can, but keep in as much as I can. And we're on like 24 minutes. It's fine. So I wanted a little bit more stars and dots. We could only fit in a few on the middle nail, the pumpkin nail, but it's fine. It was just to make sure that they were all like following the same kind of design. So that middle nail and the pinky and the thumb are all done now. Once the stars are done, give them a cure, give them a top coat using Born Pretty's glossy, super glossy top coat. Then for the index and the ring, I've chosen, I think these were from SHEIN as well. It came in like a bag full of different charms, loads of different bows, but unfortunately there's only like 2 for each kind of charm. There's only 2 charms for each charm, if that makes sense. There's only pairs, so I can't like do press-ons with them, or I couldn't do my other hand with them. I had to choose slightly different bows, and the other hand is a little bit different. So we've put the bows on using that super crystal clear gel glue, and then I've cured them in place, and I'm going to use the tiniest crystals and just follow that French line, give them a cure, and then I'm going to top coat with a super glossy top coat again, and we are all done. Ta-da! I have put a picture right at the very end of my right hand. It took me about 40 minutes once I'd already put the design, the press-ons on. And like I said, I didn't follow the design that's on my left hand. I just ran out of time. I got a little bit bored. I had like 5 orders just come through, and I just needed to crack on and put something on my other hand. So I hope you like this design. Don't forget, everything I've used will be linked in the description box down below, along with links for everything and discount codes for lots of different places, but mainly Born Pretty, because we've used everything Born Pretty today. Please don't forget to hit that like button if you have liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe. We post every Wednesday and every Sunday, hopefully changing that up a little bit. It might be every Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday soon. This is a gorgeous picture from outside, and then this is my other hand. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.